I speak often about compromise, but it seems that most Christians would rather hear otherwise. Like, Jasmine, that's legalism. Christianity is not a set of rules. But remember, those who despise wisdom and knowledge are fools. So what is wisdom? What is knowledge? What is the truth of the word? Because I feel like it's a bunch of, well, he said, and I heard. Heard what exactly? Was it found in the Bible? Did you hear it from your lifeline? The words of Christ that are so vital? The Bible we read should reflect the life that we lead, but all I see growing is weeds from the sin that we feed. Deception has manifested. It's taken root in our heart. Now there's nothing to distinguish us from the world, nothing to set us apart. Blind leading the blind, lame teaching people to walk. No sincere commitment to Christ, just a bunch of talk. Somehow we've adopted this as Christianity because I go to church, I read my word, and well, I'm eternally secured. Secured in what is my first question? Because there's a standard that we must live by. And in case I forgot to mention, Christ said, come die to your flesh. It was not a suggestion. We willingly indulge in the things that break his heart, but in the very next breath claim to love him with all of ours? A contradiction to say the least, but a greater reality is that the Lord is not pleased. Matthew 7 rings loud in my head when I look at this generation. They did magnificent works in his name, but when they stood before Christ, he had no recollection of who they were. They did not belong to him. These people who had done works in his name were not one of his children. My challenge to us all is to examine our hearts, the music we listen to, the movies we watch, the little things that are seemingly okay. That's where it all starts. Are you burdened for the lost, going out and making disciples, or are you consumed in yourself, just going through the same cycle? You cannot serve two masters, for you will love one and hate the other. Jesus said you cannot be my disciple if you do not hate your father and mother. Sounds like a crazy statement to make, but understand the severity. If you are not completely committed to the gospel of Jesus Christ, then you and him are not married. Christ is coming for a church without spot or wrinkle, not a people who justify the sin in which they mingle. Come out and be separate. Touch no unclean thing. This is a command from the Lord if you intend to be glorified through the King. Simply put, holiness is not an option. And my heart's cry is that the Lord would raise up a generation of people that genuinely love him.